I had enough. So there, yeah, I've cancelled it. I don't know. I've been looking around. It's probably gonna be Virgin again. It was really annoying. I was looking at all like random like internet providers, and down in London there's like loads of different ones. There was one called like Hyperspace or something like that. I don't know what they were. And they were offering like 500 meg for £35 a month. I'm like, that's what I want. That is, you well done. You have got me. And they're like, oh yeah, we only like service like 5 roads in London though. I'm like, yeah, like that doesn't help me at all. No. But hey ho. Virgin though, they're still knocking about, I guess. So I could use them. Just realised on the live stream that we haven't had any audio, but I think I fixed that now.
Well, I'm sure that the thousands of people listening will be devastated, but now delighted.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
that's
there
good
you
news.
go. Happy news for them. Probably timestamp that to say there's audio now.
When audio starts, the ultimate piss take. This is when the audio kicks in. 15 minutes into the fucking show. There you go, mate.
Yeah, timestamp that. You can.
Let's talk about some video games. Before we do, I will ask you a fairly important question, and that, of course, is what are you drinking this evening, buddy?
Well, this evening, my friend, I am on my second brew. This was the what was that beer that I tried to do? That green one, beginning with N. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't begin with N. S. Does it begin with S?
The Sierra Nevada.
That's the one. S and an N, not NS. Yeah, I found a recipe for that, and yeah, I changed some things. I used some Pilsner malts instead of the ones that they said because I couldn't find the ones that they suggested in the UK. But after Googling, they were like, yeah, use Pilsner ones. I was like, all right, then. So I did that, and I did it. And yeah, it's fucking banging. I don't know. You can't really see it. It looks really dark on there, but it's not. It's a golden colour. It's hoppy. It's tasty. It's scrumptious, and I'm drinking it, buddy.
Very nice too.
How about you? What are you on tonight?
At the moment, I'm enjoying a nice, tasty Shipyard, which has been my beer of choice to the point where I think I'm starting to become immune, and will have to stop buying it.
Yeah, that will happen.
However, very, very exciting news, buddy. Tesco did me a solid as they continue to bolster their supplies of 355ml random fucking cans of the world, and finally got in stock something that I had in California last October, and I've been trying to get hold of in this country ever since, but discovered that a 12-pack on Amazon is £50.
Oh, nice.
Which is quite a lot of money. They've started doing it. So here it is. It's the Sierra Nevada beer again. I'm a huge fan of this brewery. It's the Hazy Little Thing IPA, buddy, and this is the session edition. The non-session edition is 6.7%, so I'm very pleased.
This is a bit lower.
This one's 4.6, which is more than enough for me.
Yeah. Happy days, buddy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's very tasty, and I'm very much enjoying it, buddy. It's lovely.
Nice, buddy. I'm loving the beers.
Gibbons, right? Let's talk about games. This is a gaming podcast, after all.
Gaming podcast, yeah, with audio.
You've been playing shit. There's audio now. Yeah. I mean, we've turned it on for the bit with the games.
That's the most important thing.
We were just catching up before then, so it doesn't matter if you could hear it or not.
Yeah, because I haven't spoken to you for like 2 weeks.
No, it's been a fortnight, so we're just catching up.
Yeah.
Anyway, games. Do you want to kick things off, buddy? Looks like you've been on the move, so presumably you've been entering old Switch Town to some degree.
Yes, obviously. I hit the internet hard and on the search for games for the Switch, and I found some. I remembered that Untitled Goose Game was a game, so I got that. I got 51 worldwide games because it had like backgammon and checkers and
nice
other games on it. So I got
classics.
That. There's some other ones I got as well, mainly for the kids, like Just Dance 2019 or I don't know whatever one it is now. I mean, I played it for a bit and then didn't because it's Just Dance. But, you get the gist, Just Dance in it. But yeah, I will talk about Untitled Goose Game because I completed it, buddy, and spent hours, not hours and hours, but I after you finish the game, you get more stuff to do. It's like fucking sweet because I'm not done with this game yet. I'm having a great time. This game is fantastic. It's the perfect blend of like Hitman and not killing people, I guess.
Yeah, Hitman, but with a goose and a U certificate. It's such a nice little good holiday game actually. Like nice,
it's fantastic.
Slow paced and just relaxing.
Pick it up, have a little waddle about as you do. And the beautiful thing with this game is it's the same with Hitman. When you do kind of complete an area, you know that area now. Like, you know it like the back of your hand because you've spent so much time dicking about in there. Like, like picking everything up, putting it down, seeing what everything does. Like when it came round to doing like the New Game Plus or whatever you want to call it, like that extra shit at the end after completing the main storyline, I was like, okay, cool, yeah, I know where that is. I've got an idea how to do this and things like that. It's really good. It's really satisfying when you work out what you're meant to be doing, because like literally it just says like at the beginning, like some of the ones that are nice and simple. It's like put a rake in the lake. So all right, I've got to find a rake and drag it all the way to the lake. Job done. But then there's like trickier ones in the first area. It's like, oh, you got to make the gardener put his like summer hat on or whatever. So he's wearing
with that.
Yeah, so he's wearing like a little flat cap. That's the thing. So you think, right, what can I do, right? So first of all, I was trying to knock the summer hat off the shed where it is. So, oh no, I can't do that. And then I realised, he kneels down at some point. So, okay. Steal his hat, run away, hide it somewhere. He gets the other hat, kind of thing. And it's just nice, like working. But sorry if you are going to play this game, and now I've just ruined that for you.
Spoiler alert for Untitled Goose Game involving a hat.
Yeah. There you go. In the first area,
I actually got up on top of the igloo cooler and managed to retrieve the hat by sort of spazzing up the shed as the goose. Nice.
That's probably the proper way of doing it, I reckon.
I wouldn't have thought so. I mean, he gets it on his own otherwise. So
yeah. But
I was still pleased with myself, obviously.
It was a great game. There's like, what, 1, 2, 3... There's 4 main areas for you to like mess about in, and each one has its own little charm. It feels very English as well, especially with like the pub and things like that. It's cool. And then the ending bit is you have to make your way all the way back through these areas with a loud thing that makes lots of noise and brings everyone's attention to you. It's just really good. It's a fantastic little game. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It worked pretty well on the Switch, even though the controls are wank.
I can't believe they got it to run on that thing, buddy.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, great game. It's on Game Pass. Definitely play it if you've got Game Pass. Great game. Might take a little while to get into it, but like if you enjoyed like Hitman and like just trial and error kind of stuff and working little puzzles out, it's totally worth it. Great game. And also I need to mention that there's going to be an update for Untitled Goose Game, I think later this month, where it's going to add co-op, which is pretty cool. Yeah, double cool. Goose. Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's only
and it's worth noting that game's on it's on Game Pass as well on the Xbox. So if you're a Game Pass subscriber, then you can play that game as part of your subscription there as well, which is nice.
Gibbons. The other game on the Switch that I want to talk about is 51 Worldwide Games. So this is like a £30 game with obviously 51 games on it. It's all your little nonsense, teeny tiny games like, I don't know, board games like Ludo, chess, drafts, I don't know, loads of crappy little things like that. And then you've got things like darts, which you think, okay, darts is probably quite rubbish, but it works really well with the Joy-Cons. Like, it shows you how you have to hold it like a dart and hold a button and then release the button and things like that. It works quite well with the motion controls. There's Scaletrix on this thing, which
cool.
we found really, really fun. There's like
and you can take a
tabletop.
Joy-Con each, can you, for that? And
Yeah, you can
and
take it. So that's like a 2-player thing. There's like 3 different tracks. They're not amazing, but I was just like, when I found it, I was like, wow, that's really cool.
that
There's
is
like
cool.
tabletop football, like a basketball one, a baseball one. There's more than I thought. Obviously, I knew there was 51 games on there. It kind of tells me that in the title, but I thought they were just going to be like really boring things, like just, your standard. When you, like, we were young and you got that like 7-in-1 travel game thing, like the plastic thing with all the little tokens in and snakes and ladders and stuff like that. Do you remember those things? Yeah, they're great.
Absolutely.
Aren't they? Yeah.
Right.
I thought it was going to be one of them. You can play this touchscreen as well, which is kind of cool. Or you can play it with the Joy-Cons. Some games are up to 4-player. We had a great game of Ludo, buddy. And I forgot in Ludo that if you land on someone, that one gets sent back. And totally fucked my son over. He was not a happy chappy. I felt quite bad.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a great game for, multiple people to play in that situation where, like, you're in a static caravan and it's like torrential rain outside. Let's play some games. And yeah, it turned out really well. Yeah, it was cool. And finally, buddy, this is not on the Switch. This is like on the few days where I came home from the holiday. Me and the missus, for some reason, started playing Overcooked 2 again. It's fucking great game. It's just so good. And we 3-starred every level.
Nice.
Even the there's not DLC for it. Well, there's loads of DLC for it, but there's free seasonal content for it as well. So if you go on it, there's like a winter one and like a summer one and autumn one or whatever. Seasons. Like a season.
It's nice to hear that your missus has still got those fucking Bomberman top-down reflexes, buddy.
She loves that shit. Yeah, she loves it. But yeah, Overcooked 2, I'm going to pick up the DLC for that this week, I think. Because it's on sale for £8 for the season pass. I was like, I'll do that.
Oh, cool.
So
why not?
I'm going to pick that up, buddy. Apart from that, other things that we've obviously played together, but yeah, still going through Ghost of Tsushima, picking it up, putting an hour in here and there. It's a big game. It's going to take me a long time to get through that.
Yeah, we thoroughly enjoyed that. We lapped that fucking thing up and platinumed it, and now it's dead to me. But I very much enjoyed the experience on the way. It was good shit.
Nice.
Oh, and also probably worth mentioning, I'm going away on a sneaky sort of almost a week-long break with my parents the week after next. We're in like ultimate 2-week quarantine right now, me and the missus, so that we can go down there and just be fucking normal with them, which we're very much looking forward to.
Nice.
So we're like literally not leaving the house, and everything that comes in here has to be wet wiped and quarantined for 3 days and shit. We're just being like ultra careful. But I was obviously in the process of packing up the all the games and shit. I had like a load of like old Xbox games in this sofa, as we've discussed in previous episodes. That this sofa is hollow. So I was like sorting out what to keep and what to get rid of and stuff, and stumbled across, because it hasn't been used for ages, the missus's PS Vita, which she used to play the absolute balls off of when she was going in and out on the train, but obviously not so much these days. So
not so much these days.
I've been doing some investigating of the like custom firmware and getting RetroArch on there, and that's my little project before I go away, so that I can. That thing plays like PS1 games and shit. You can play like Tekken and Ridge Racer and stuff on there. So
I hacked the shit out of mine ages ago.
Yeah, I need to do the same. So that's my little pet project before I go away, so that once everyone conks out from walking along the cliff tops or whatever the fuck we're going to do down there.
Sounds good.
Because nothing else will be open. I can sit down and play some fucking Sonic the Hedgehog 3, buddy. Because I never actually completed that one. So
one day
that's gonna be cool.
Nice.
So anyway, games I've been playing. a fair few, although not that many considering it's been like 3 weeks since we've done a show, because I've just been playing F1. I've just been playing F1 career. I'm in the middle of my second season. I'm 50 points clear in the driver's standings, buddy, and my team is the second best team behind Mercedes at this point in the career mode. Fucking flying along, looking good. Keep battering old Lewis, so suck it. But yeah, and a bit of Pez as well, which is just a terrible game. I keep playing it. I'm very much looking forward to buying the next FIFA when it comes out, buddy, and I'm not joking.
I know. Yeah. I know.
I'm going to do that.
I know.
So there we are. But anyway, games that I've been playing. Firstly, obviously this is tinged quite heavily with Game Pass because I haven't really been buying much. I've just bought a flat. So money. Game Pass is tiding me over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you know, what you get for the price of a 4-bedroom house up north is a cupboard in this town. So
pretty much
that's fun. Basically. Anyway, Battletoads. Did you ever play Battletoads on the NES?
What? I don't think I did, you know. Thinking back, like, if I did,
you would know it was really
give
weird.
A fuck about it. Yeah, I remember seeing it, but I haven't got any fond memories of playing it. Let's put it that way.
It was like a side scroller, but then you went down a rope, and then you were on bikes. It was like a jack of all trades, master of none. In that respect, this very much lives up to the spirit of the first one. In that it's not very good at anything it does, but it does loads of stuff. Yeah, so this is like a jack of all trades, master of none sort of thing. It's got a relentless script, like constant unfunny comedy script.
Nice.
Just joke after joke after joke after joke, and even when one lands, it's surrounded by fucking shit. So it doesn't matter.
That sounds good.
I think the best way to sum this game up is that there, at the end of every level, and some of them only last about 25 seconds, there is a button that allows you to quit to main menu. And that feels to me like they were like, people are going to get really fucking bored of this, and they might need a quick escape. So no, I'm being especially harsh. Basically, it's just not that great. It's all right. The script's really annoying. The characters are quite annoying. I did play the original Battletoads. I was quite amazed by it when I was 6, but you know, I'm not 6 now. And this thing is kind of a weird aesthetic, and the game world is a weird art style, and then the characters are completely at odds with it. They're like sort of super cartoony. It's trying to be comic book-esque, I think. So far I've played through like 3 different levels. All of them have been different games, basically. All of them feel a bit like mobile games. There's one that's a bit Castle Crashers-y, Streets of Rage-esque sort of thing. The next one was on the bikes, but it was kind of a behind view and, you know, just dodge obstacles like an infinite runner. Interspersed with just heavy storytelling, all of it dog shit. It's trying to be very, very funny. And maybe some people will find it very, very funny. And those people are simple. But to me, it's not very funny at all. I don't like this game. Battletoads.
There you go. Sounds
there we are.
Terrible.
I don't like this game. It's competent. It doesn't do anything like horribly wrong gameplay wise, but it's just who can be bothered. Next,
oh man,
Spiritfarer is a game that I quite like the look of it. I saw it at E3 a year ago. I've seen clips of it since. It's got a beautiful sort of 2D, almost painterly art style. You play as the captain of a houseboat in limbo, where you pick up lost souls and help them via sort of story beats to fulfill their final wishes so that they can go through to the afterlife.
I always wondered what the hell this game was about. Because I was like, the boat game where you build a town on the boat. And that's all I got from it.
It's ambitious. Ambitious is the word that I would use. And I tend to only use the word ambitious when they've kind of...
fucked it.
No Man's Sky was ambitious, for example.
It was ambitious. You're right.
Yeah. So I don't know if they've
bitten off
completely overstretched.
more than they can chew.
Maybe. I mean, when you look at it, it looks like a fairly simplistic affair. It looks like there's probably not a lot going on, but actually, there's a whole host of mechanisms here. Like, there's all sorts of systems in place, and they're all quite simplified on the surface of it. But you can tell that it's doing a hell of a lot in the background. And I love the art style. I love the ideas. I think that the storytelling is excellent. It's a wonderful start where you meet like the outgoing Grim Reaper and become the new one kind of thing. As this, really charming stuff. And then I get into the meat and drink of the game, and this thing is fucking buggy as shit. Like,
Oh, really?
absolutely unplayable. Unplayable, this video game. And it was a week or so ago that I played it. They may well have patched it at this point, but I wasn't playing it day one, launch onto Game Pass. So there certainly wasn't a day one patch that I missed. I don't know how it got released in the state that it was / may still be currently in. But if you jump on a box, your character maintains the in the air leaping
the jump
animation.
I love that. Big fan.
I've never seen anything like it in my life. Like, platformers on the fucking Master System never did that. I don't know what's going on here. There's a lot of climbing ladders. There's a lot of accessing rooms. All of it was bugged to fuck. The animation, like, animations didn't tick over into the next one. Maybe you'd land and then suddenly you're just levitating up a ladder. Maybe you'd go into a jump animation and then you're not. The first time that I loaded the game, the very first line that was delivered for the tutorial to start just didn't deliver. So the person was standing there with the speech bubble. It said hit X, and nothing happened when I hit X. And I thought I was doing something stupid or wrong, and then I realized, no, it's immediately broken. And I restarted the game, and it worked the second time that I did it. And yeah, I mean, maybe it gets better, and maybe it'll be fixed. But I have to say, first impressions are pretty important, especially when you're on Game Pass and everything feels like vaporware anyway. It feels really throwaway because you can just download 10 things and try them all out and out. Yeah. And this thing made a fucking horrible impression on me, to the point where there's every chance I will never fire it up again. And that's just so disappointing, because it was something that I liked the look of a lot. But fuck me. So broken. Must have run out of time. They must have just run out of time and had to shit it out with a brand deal with Microsoft or something. I don't know. But just search for patches, find out if there's been one before you fire this thing up, because I'm convinced there's probably a wonderful game in there, but don't play it in its current state, because good lord, what a waste of time.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of think back to like Firewatch or whatever, when that kind of first came out, and a lot of the bugs in that were,
oh man,
a bit fucking annoying.
The performance.
There was issues with that. I remember that first initial bit, walking into the woods or whatever, and it just like shitting the bed. I was like, oh, this doesn't bode well. It kind of sorted it out. It wasn't
the people you're punishing are. The people that you're punishing are the people who are most excited for your game.
Yeah, exactly.
They're the people who are like, day one. Obviously, this is a Game Pass thing, but you know what I mean. Like, the people that are firing that thing up early doors are the ones that you want to get on board. They'll shout about your game from the rooftops. Like, it's just not good enough, especially when these things, if you play the first level and there's 5 game-breaking bugs, then you haven't QA'd it and it shouldn't be online. It's embarrassing and a real shame. But
yeah. Oh, well.
Cool. That's Spiritfarer. There's probably a good game in there, maybe in a year, but not right now. So very quickly, Carrion, which is a game where you play as a evil virus that eats people and slowly spreads and grows and gets bigger. It's like a 2D retro-looking affair, like a sort of 16-bit game.
This looks
Obviously,
fucked up.
what it's doing is infinitely more than a Mega Drive could have ever handled, but it's you play as a fucking virus. You spread throughout. You escape like a lab in a facility, and you set about devouring everyone around and taking over the fucking world. And
Nice.
that's Carrion. It's awesome art style, super retro. If you grew up in the 90s, then you're going to immediately be at home with this thing. It's got some really cool like twin stick stuff where you've got some aiming with the right stick and moving with the left, and you can like reach out your tentacles and grab people and eat them, and they sort of split in half, and you can eat their legs, and then you get bigger, and all sorts of weird shit here. Your save states are where you like imprint in a room, and you just spread your gunk and gunge everywhere, and that sort of saves the game. This game's fucking cool, man. It's decent. I'm really enjoying it, and yeah, it was just nice, a nice twist on this type of game. Highly recommended. Give it a burn.
Nice. Oh, there you go. Box quote.
Yeah, it's good. Hypnospace Outlaw was added to Game Pass this week. It's fucking mad, this game.
Yeah. Okay. Explain.
Okay.
What is this?
It's imagine a world where when you go to sleep, rather than just sleeping and wasting your time, you can enter hypnospace. It's like entering like a digital holographic world that looks a bit like the movie Lawnmower Man starring Pierce Brosnan. And then imagine, well, if that place exists, then there'll have to be people governing that, because it's going to have rules and they'll need to be governed. You're going to need like a hypnospace police force. And then imagine if someone made a video game of how that might look, as though it was 1984, and you're operating. Well, I suppose probably more like 1994, based on the sort of operating. Basically, the first thing that this reminded me of was like Papers, Please, in that you're kind of governing
just using a desktop
domain kind of thing. But yeah, you're using like a 90s desktop computer to govern a hypnotic space where customers are working while they sleep, and you're making sure that they don't do anything naughty. It's presented in a really mad way with like really like 8-bit like voiceover dialogue and all sorts of weird. It looks mad. The graphics look like catchphrase from the 90s, like Mr. Chips.
Yeah.
You move. Everything like is operated like a computer, so you're just using a controller to move a mouse cursor around and clicking on things. As such, it's quite dull to actually control, but it's a very weird. It bombarded me with like half hour of tutorials when I fired this thing up. It was just like, wow, and I thought it might be taking the piss because it's presented in a sort of half tongue-in-cheek kind of fashion. So I was wondering if this was like a preamble to some other game or whatever, but everything it was telling me in the tutorial about like looking at people's profiles, making sure they're not posting illicit material, reporting them to the hypnospace board, like it's all true. It was all actually a tutorial. I was like, it's a bit fucking heavy. Yeah, this is a weird game. I think I've described it quite well, and
I feel like you smashed it. No. Yeah. Now I know.
Now you know. You know now. You control a 90s computer and govern people's dreams. There you go. What else you need? That's it. That's that game.
Nailed it. Yeah.
So yeah, that's all the stuff I've been playing without you, buddy. And then I've also been playing Fall Guys and Rocket League, and I've been doing that on every game night for the last 3 weeks. So Fall Guys, what an awesome game Fall Guys is.
Game.
Everyone,
so good.
I guess everyone listening knows about it. It's a kind of global phenomenon at this point. Sort of Fortnite style, I guess, but it seems less evil.
Because it's sort of fluffy.
Yeah. No Clip did a good podcast where they talked to the development team, and These dudes are like 10. They just look like children who've made this game, and that I guess they're millionaires now, or soon will be.
They've
this
done all
game's
right.
so fun. I really like it.
It's Takeshi's Castle, which is fantastic, and it's just so
jelly
cutesy.
babies.
Yeah, it's jelly babies. It's the perfect thing. There's not a lot to say about it, I guess. It's just
it
really
reminds
good.
me. It reminds me of how people felt about Rocket League when it came out. The games aren't similar, but I'm just talking about the mood that they create and how sort of harmless they sort of feel. In that,
happy.
It's a wonderful tonic to the current fucking world we live in. Like it's
totally.
It's just harmless. It just feels really harmless and fun. And I think the quality of life stuff that they've done straight out the gate, considering like this is not an experienced team, and this is the sort of thing that had come out in alpha and be a fucking mess and slowly get better, whereas they kind of hit it out of the park immediately.
Yeah.
But there's just the stuff where you can join a party in the main menu. It's all kind of there for you. You've got the character creation stuff in there, and then you can all fire into it, and then you slowly drop like flies, and then you can all just quit out in a party, jump in the next one. You can be from the exit of one game into the start of the next one in about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun when you're a little bit pissed up on a game night. It's really good game, and quite nuanced controls and stuff considering how simple it looks.
I was going to say the movement and jumping is in a way like Celeste, if you get what I'm saying. Whereas
it's certainly more precise than it appears, isn't it?
Well, it fits like the animations and everything perfectly. I don't know. It just feels like how it should be. Like with Celeste, everything just feels perfect. Like the jumping, the moving, everything is like spot on. And with Fall Guys, I kind of get that same feeling, even though like it's a clumsier version of it, but it feels like that's exactly how it should be. If that makes any
absolutely
sense.
And what that breeds really is you sort of tumbling and falling over and tottering about, and it seems to create like very brief flashes of anger. Certainly I noticed I got really pissed off because I fell off something the other night, and similar reaction from Funk where he just missed out by like one person. Just for like 8 seconds he was like the most angry person on earth, and then immediately realized that he's playing like Takeshi's Castle Jelly Baby Simulator and completely simmered down, and it was gone. I really love that because you just can't help it. That's the craft of the thing, is you get into it so much that you're just like, for fuck's sake, come on, okay, let's play this again. It's really fun. That's kind of how it goes.
It's not like you're investing. I mean, like the games can take quite a while to get to the final stage, so you are investing a fair chunk of time in it. But it's not like with like fucking battle royales. Even though this is technically a battle royale, it's not like a battle royale where like you're fucking skulking about for 20 minutes and then you get down to the last 10 and whatever, and then you die. That's fucking annoying because it's 20 minutes of boring scooting, like crabbing about. Whereas this
and
is
then a flashpoint,
like,
and then back to the menu. But this is
and this is just constant shenanigans.
It's really good.
It's a very good game.
Yeah, been playing loads of that. It's a perfect game, that game, as is Rocket League, always has been. And I know we played Rocket League with you before you went away. We played it again. This game night just gone. And actually, a friend of the podcast, Paul, wasn't on this week, so we were a trio, and we took on some numpties, buddy. We played as a team. We were like, we're going to get fucking killed here. We're going to get battered. This game's been out for like 5 years. Everyone's going to be brilliant at it. We won more games than we lost, buddy. I tell you that right now.
That's a stat.
And that was tactical. It was tactics. We had the Funk in the
sweeper
goal.
Keeper.
And we had the Octo Pizzle kind of running in the middle of the pitch there, sort of playmaking.
Yeah.
And then I was sort of free reign in the top half, trying to sort of crack some goals in. And
popping it in.
Rocket League's brilliant, isn't it? Frankly, it's really good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
It's good to
fantastic.
Get back to some party games on a game night. That's kind of what
Having
it's all about. It's
some
easy
fun.
to get sucked up to like 5 hours of Formula One because of how brilliant it is, but it's important to have Fall Guys, Rocket League, Gang Beasts, that sort of thing, I would say.
You gotta have some silly biscuits in there.
Gibbons. Good shit. Well, yeah, that's what we've been playing, and it's plenty. It's ample, I would say, buddy. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, it won't be like that next week.
Fucking right. Yeah, none of that.
Because I think I'm just going to play F1.
I guess we can play F1 and Fall Guys and Rocket League.
Probably that's what I'm going to play. Like, because I've purchased a chair, buddy, as you know. Now the listeners know.
It's got the play seat.
I bought the play seat challenge today. So hopefully that should be coming on Friday. And yeah, I won't have to use an ironing board for my steering wheel. I don't know, what would you call it? Holder. I don't know.
That is something of an upgrade, I have to say. I'm
very much looking forward to it. It's going to feel weird, and then I'll get used to it, and hopefully it'll be good. But yeah.
I thought when I went from my my sister's childhood dressing table chest of drawers to a wheel stand pro, that was a substantial upgrade in the old sim racing department. But I have to say, ironing board to play seat challenge does take the cake on this occasion. That is night and day. So
yeah,
fair enough.
Gibbons, buddy.
You're gonna love that shit, man.
Yeah, hopefully I should do. Right, what's in other shit then? Is there anything of anything?
In other shit, we've got. Well, there's not really anything. I think I've, as we've got older, I've changed my mind on what constitutes news. We could never do a proper news section anymore.
No, not anymore. There's no news.
There isn't actually any news. It's the games industry.
Yeah.
There's only so many times you can say this is an industry populated and run by evil, horrible cunts.
Yeah.
You know, you can't say that every week. That doesn't constitute a news section. And other than that, it's like, oh, there's a new fucking costume for this fucking person. So yeah, it's not news either, is it? Anyway,
not really.
What a preamble to a section where I'm going to talk about the latest news. Here we are. PS5. We still don't know when it's coming out. We don't know
anything about these new consoles.
How much it's going to be or anything. But what you can now do is go onto the Sony website and you can put your PSN ID in and enter in the chance to pre-order the console. So Sony is going to be distributing this console themselves as well as with traditional retailers. They've basically given you the opportunity to apply to pre-order the console. Isn't that nice of them? Isn't that
nice
lovely?
Of them, yeah.
So a product that has no price or release date, enter for your chance to pay for it. It's hard to say. There's rumors here that obviously there aren't enough to go around. But it's hard to say if it's that or if Sony is.
There's never enough to go around at a launch of it.
Rumours that the pandemic's kind of scuppered them here, like obviously China hurting pretty hard from the pandemic and so on. But it could also be the case that Sony's purposely held back all info about the system so that they can create fake demand and sell the console themselves.
Yes.
Other retailers can't take pre-orders because they've got no information. They've got nothing to go on it. It's not like they've privately been given the knowledge that we don't have about the system. And then meanwhile, half the games have been delayed anyway. So stuff that, you know, like that Arcane thing, that's been delayed. I honestly don't know.
I can't remember.
Yeah. I don't know what you're playing on this by day one.
Yeah. There's no like exclusives or anything. Like you can pick it all up on PS4 and stuff. Like I'm not buying it day one. I can't afford it at the moment. He says that he's just fucking forked out like some money on a stupid chair.
Well, it just doesn't seem like a good purchase at this point.
Not at the moment. I'm just gonna wait. Like I'll see what things are like in February. You know, birthday time. get some monies, put it towards it. Maybe, I don't know. I'll see where we are then. But even then,
It looks like there'll be stuff coming out March, February time. Like,
yeah, so maybe
but
it's a case to get it together then, and then go for it.
I think the other thing is, would you trust? Like, obviously, this is fairly unprecedented. Sony selling the console themselves rather than using a retailer as the starting point for the generation. Do you trust Sony to be an online shop? And do you trust for like physical hardware? And also, do you trust them to accurately plan and implement a courier system, like as a platform creator? Like, I fucking don't.
Can I pay with PSN credit? If so,
I would hope so, buddy. I would hope so.
If I can buy this console with PSN credit, mate, I'm there. I will do that.
I'll do that with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, it just seems like such a shit proposition at this point. And obviously, they've been trying to garner excitement by holding the information back, and also they're in a battle with Microsoft in terms of the rumors of the Series S, which it looks like is all but definitely a thing, and hasn't been released the information yet. This price war that they're presumably in, the two of them, where they don't really know who's going to blink first. Obviously, the previous generation, among other ways that Microsoft took a beating, Don Matrix style, they got fucked pretty hard on the RAM, where they thought Sony were going to have like less RAM, and then Sony matched them for RAM, and then went GDDR5 and fucked them completely. So this is a battle of wills, and who's going to blink first. But the only people who are being fucked over by that are the consumers. Yeah, because
just thinking,
I'm no longer excited about it. I'm sick of it all.
Yeah, I just want to know what it is and when it's coming and how much it is, kind of thing, and what my options are. Because all we know is they're coming out. That everything's coming out this year, but we don't know when. I was just thinking about like the whole Xbox lineup. So you're gonna have the Xbox. What's it called? The new one?
Series X.
Series X, that's it. And then you're gonna have the Series
S.
Then you're gonna have the Xbox One X.
One X.
And
then
also
the Xbox One
S. Right. What are your price points there? Like 5, 4, 3, 200?
I don't know. I mean, the other problem they've got is the Xbox One S is that utter fucking dog shit.
Well, it is now. So, it's like 9 years old. Of course, it's going to be terrible.
Well, everything's going to run on it, though.
8 years old. Yeah.
All the new games are going to run on it. What does that mean for someone buying a Series X? It's got to run on that fucking thing under here that I'm pointing at now.
I don't know.
The old toilet box. It's got to run on that. How's Flight Simulator going to run on my Xbox One S?
Badly.
By the way, like,
it's going to run at like 420, 480p or whatever.
Man, that Flight Sim looks the business, though, doesn't it?
It looks really good, doesn't it?
I'm watching a lot of people playing that and enjoying it a lot. It's,
looks good.
That's something. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, Microsoft I think they've got a better console proposition, but absolutely no content. And Sony have got content, but not yet. And it just seems mad to release them this year now anyway. As we head through the year, we're into September, and it just feels to me like it is completely the wrong thing to do to release a new generation in this horrible year, this horrible 2020 where people are losing their jobs and their houses and stuff. It just feels disingenuous and mean, and it makes Sony look very, very nasty for not telling people what's going on, and now being like, oh, fucking parade yourselves in front of us. We'll decide via your PSN ID whether, because the way I see it, they're like, okay, we haven't got enough of them. We're going to piss off loads of people. Let's make sure that the people who, like the fucking shills, the people who are going to scream
will love
from
it
the
no
rooftops,
matter what. Yeah,
they're like, oh my god, the fucking. Don't be surprised if every pro Sony tastemaker on YouTube gets one of these things. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and you fucking don't. Everybody, what a horrible industry. And you play Fall Guys on a Friday night, buddy, and you start to wonder whether you actually need any more power than you currently have in the box under your TV. Maybe power doesn't equal fun.
No.
And it's not necessarily that important. Good news on Ratchet and Clank, though, buddy. It's going to have 30 frames and 60 frames modes.
At what, a cost of resolution, I guess?
Well, I don't know why it. I thought that the PS5 was lightning fast and super powerful, and therefore, what would you need a 30 frames mode for, other than perhaps 8K? But no, apparently, it's going to have 30 frames options and 60 frames options.
I've read rumor articles about it being like, oh, it's not true 4K and all that bollocks.
Checkerboard 4K, yeah. But also, whether that matters or not is see, if that doesn't matter, then fine. But if that doesn't matter, then why buy a new console at all?
If it's all going to run on the PlayStation 4, I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey ho. Yeah, let's keep this moving. I feel like we're going down a rabbit hole.
It's a dangerous fucking nihilistic world. Yeah, absolutely. So Gamescom. Gamescom obviously is not on this year officially.
Because did I miss it?
No, unfortunately we can't get hundreds of thousands of people together in Germany because it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea depending on what you believe. But Gamescom launch was broadcast live on YouTube. I rather enjoyed it. I enjoyed the effort that was made.
Nice.
It was pretty good, featuring Jeff Keighley trapped in some sort of digital void, buddy. I don't know how long he's been in there. He seemed in high spirits for someone trapped in a void, so that was nice. But unfortunately, as hard as he tried to be super excited, frankly, I would probably describe his performance as ultra super pumped.
I get you.
There wasn't much to get excited about, in my opinion. But here are my highlights. Did you watch this at all? Have you seen anything from this? Or just sort of
nothing.
No.
No.
Okay, no problem. Here are my highlights. A closer look at 12 Minutes, which is an Annapurna game coming out. I liked the look of it when I saw it at a previous event of some description. It is a sort of story-driven Groundhog Day-esque thing where you are in an apartment with your partner and someone keeps arriving and knocking the door down and killing you guys. We saw a fair old chunk of gameplay from this thing. It looks just as interesting as the last time I saw it, and now it's been announced that the voice acting, the whole thing was introduced by Willem Dafoe, which is pretty great. And the cast includes Daisy Ridley and James McAvoy as the couple. And
nice.
Yeah, this thing looks really cool, like really interesting and different as well. And it doesn't really require a very powerful console.
No, it's a game that I'd really.
Sorry.
Good point.
Carry on.
I was just going to say it's a game that I'm very interested in. It looks like it could be very interesting. Is the word. Intriguing.
Yeah, just different. And always been a fan of time loop stuff. And obviously the other time loop game's been delayed, buddy. So 12 minutes, here it is. That's cool. Fall Guys Season 2 is medieval themed and features all new maps. And Fall Guys is fucking excellent. And who doesn't like dressing up as a knight or a wizard, buddy?
Wizard, shotgun wizard.
There you go. This looks great because it's Fall Guys, and
That's true.
Feels weird to be able to be genuinely happy and excited for something that's also like a huge craze. Like normally you have to kind of take the alternative stance on the biggest thing,
obviously,
and be like, oh, it's obviously evil or bad or something. But no, that's not happening.
Doesn't seem too evil. It may become evil.
It could become evil if organizations like Walmart get their skins in there, buddy. But at this moment in time,
there was the whole thing for charity, wasn't it?
No, there's lots of organizations who are trying to get their skins into. They want free advertising in Fall Guy, and are wondering why they're not sort of completely monetizing it at this point, like hardcore sort of Fortnite style, and with brand deals and tie-ins and stuff. That's not the road Marvel that they've gone down yet. Yeah, you're gonna want that.
Just like the new Fortnite season. Oh yeah, it's all Marvel. Yeah. You want that,
It's all
mate?
Marvel. Just get Marvel in there. That Marvel game, by the way, is out now. We've given it no coverage. We've given it no credence because
I got an
it looks.
access code for the beta through my internet. I didn't
Oh yeah,
download it. Yeah, I didn't download it because it looks wank.
it looks fucking shit, and it'll be hugely disappointing and in no way a surprise if that thing becomes one of the biggest games on Earth. Anyway, there you are. The only other thing that I found very, very interesting from Gamescom, and I've somehow avoided up until this point somehow, is Medal of Honor Above and Beyond. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, you don't seem like the type, Alex, to be excited about a new Medal of Honor game.
The first thing
also
I'm thinking is where the Medal of Honor died like about 10 years ago, didn't it?
Yeah, I think there was one that came out sort of 07, 08 on the 360 that was especially dog shit. I believe I borrowed it.
Was it around Battlefield 3 time? I think it was around about then.
I think so. It was like a sort of reboot.
It was modern as well.
It was bad.
Yeah, I think I've got it in my Steam library. I'll have a look. Go on.
Well, this is Medal of Honor Above and Beyond.
Apart from that, the next thing was like, no, you don't like shooting.
No, exactly. But what I do like, buddy, is first-person, story-driven, shooty, bang-bang VR games, and that is what Medal of Honor Above and Beyond is.
What?
It looks like Blood and Truth World War II edition, and it looks fucking great. This game it looks really, really cool for a VR game. Obviously, that caveat on the graphics there, but yeah, it looks like they've taken a leaf out of London Studios, whatever they're called. They've taken the Blood and Truth kind of idea and they've imprinted it on Medal of Honor, and they've made a action adventure World War II Medal of Honor game in full VR. Now, I've tempered expectations here because at the moment it is being announced for Oculus specifically and nothing else. So it's currently exclusive to Oculus. I hope that it will arrive on PSVR. I definitely want to play it. But yeah, it just looks great, and I was really impressed and surprised, and I had no idea that it was a thing, and it was just nice to be kind of sideswiped by something that I didn't know about. So that was the third and only other thing I was excited about in the Gamescom launch lineup thing, whatever it was called.
Nice. So just to let you know, Medal of Honor came out the 12th of October 2010, so it was 10 years ago. Medal of Honor. Okay. You also own this on Steam. I think we got it in the Humble Bundle. You need an operating system of Windows XP, Vista, or 7, processor of Pentium D 3.0 gigahertz, or an Athlon X2. You need at least 2 gig of memory and a graphics card, either a GeForce 7800 GT or an ATI X1900 with a graphical memory of 256 megabits or megabytes.
I think I have completed this game.
Oh my god.
And I think I completed it on 360.
Did you have it on 360? Ooh.
I don't know. I think I might have borrowed it off someone.
Maybe.
I'm sure it's of no interest or consequence to the listeners.
Not now, 10 years later, buddy. No one cares.
It wasn't very interesting at the time. But no. I do think that I have completed this video game, and I didn't think it was particularly good.
Well,
can I find out on the Xbox app?
I feel like this
is a search.
Are we gonna do this right now? Okay.
Yeah.
Why not? Medal of Honor. Look at your achievements, mate, and then there you go. If they're there, they're there. No, I don't even know how you.
Can I specifically search?
Control F, find. Oh no, you're on your phone. I don't know.
I'm on my phone. Yeah, I'm still on.
I'm just gonna Google.
Xbox
have I played Medal of Honor Xbox 360?
I had no idea I'd played so many games on the Xbox One.
That's Game Pass for you, buddy. That's Game Pass.
Yeah.
My library, my games. I don't know. Oh no, that's My Little Pony games. I don't remember searching for that in Google.
Kane and Lynch 2.
That was a bad game.
Brilliant. Medal of Honor.
How many Chivos
1,000
have you got?
Gs.
That what? You got 1,000 Gs?
I've completed that game and got all achievements on it.
You're on another level, son.
Check that out. There you go. That highlight of the year in podcasting form there, that little bit from us. You're welcome, everyone.
Medal
Let's move on.
Honor 1,000.
They always leave the U out, don't they? Medal of Honor.
Jeez.
But what can you do?
Oh, have I spelt it wrong but also right?
Yes, it feels wrong but right.
Oh, how do they spell it? Do they spell it with the U then? We're talking about Medal of Honor way. They do spell it like
Honor.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Is that like an American version or something?
Yep.
There you go. That's what I do. It's like I spell colour COLOR now because that's how you have to write it in CSS. I don't like it.
There you go.
Makes me sad inside. Right, come on. What's next?
Here we end with Cosmic Dad, who's been beavering away on a collection of different things and would like to draw attention to them, or at least he did in the chat, and I piked it for the show. So here we go. Cosmic Dad
I think
says,
at this point we need to say it's in the Discord, and anyone that listens should join the Discord. Just gonna put that out, that promote.
We've got a Discord. Go to the Discord. It's the JfG Podcast. You can find it on our website, thejfgpodcast.co.uk. You can also find links to it on YouTube, which we live stream this for some reason, and also on Twitch as well, twitch.tv, JfG Podcast. You can find all the details in all of those places, buddies.
There's free games
Cosmic
there
Dad,
if you want them.
there's free games. Gig Around was in there. Even within the last few hours, Gig Around posted some more information about free video games. He's always in there doing everyone a solid, doing everyone a service, buddy. He's there waiting. He loves it.
Oh,
huge fan.
What have I done? Oh shit. He is a huge fan. Sorry, I've broken something. There we go. It's fine. I just killed it dead on the computer.
Okay.
Go on then.
I don't know. Cosmic Dad, he's a regular listener and contributor in the Discord, and he said this recently. He said, "So I finished new Super Lucky's Tale on Game Pass. I have also played this game very briefly, but not long enough to talk about it. Cosmic Dad says, it's quite a good platformer with puzzles, mixture of different levels, some open world 3D levels, some 2D, some runners, some marble madness. Quite unique. Nice graphics. Good. Fucking good stuff. Nice graphics and animation, good sound, especially the Simlish style voices for all the NPCs. Fucking right. It's nicely done. Worth a look if you want a nice, pleasant, simple, cartoony, cute 6 or 7 hours. There you go. That's new Super Lucky's Tale. I'd like to chime in and say massive improvement on the previous game, which I thought was just a bit dull and a bit half-baked. This one, it seems like they've maybe gone off the reservation in terms of the ideas process and kind of branched out into something that's a bit more diverse and
something
original,
makes it
far more engaging.
What?
I don't know about maybe original, maybe not, but quite fun to play. It feels nice. It controls better than the first one, and sounds like Cosmic Dad had a good old time burning his way through.
Good.
He also says started playing Wasteland 3 on the PS4, and it seems pretty good, but the UI is very buggy. I keep getting stuck in menus where only half the buttons would work. When I shut it down for the third time, my PS4 decided to download a patch, though. I was hoping it would fix stuff, but apparently it's just to fix another bug, which is can't get past intro movie.
Classic.
I might give them a chance to patch it a bit before I go back. Already lost an hour of progress once. Don't want that to happen again. Sounds a bit like my previous experiences with the old Spiritfarer there. I've got Wasteland 3 installed.
You were going to say
it's on Game Pass.
What was the game? Metro. Wasn't it Metro that really fucked you up?
Metro, yeah, that thing. I had to pull the plug out of the wall twice with Metro, and that was enough for me. That was on Xbox.
This is what happens when you get these new fancy consoles, and
just like the Xbox One S,
and they just they haven't tested them, and they haven't been out that long, And you know,
I think there's probably more going on in my toaster than in that fucking Xbox One S.
yeah,
I would
maybe.
say it has got a warming up option on there, so you know.
Ooh, nice.
The numbers signify minutes, you know, on the old
What?
toaster there, rather than.
Fuck off.
I
thought
just
that
want
meant
level
brown.
of brown.
Yeah.
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 I think they're, you know, obviously they have to be really careful with how they word things these days, buddy. So they went with minutes.
It's a colour. It's toast. We're talking about toast being a colour.
Anyway, thanks so much for that, Cosmic Dad. That's cool. I've downloaded Wasteland 3. This game's co-op. The Funk's got it as well on his little shit heap, so I think we're probably going to give it a burn and see if we can get on with it, because it's it looks like RPG XCOM, but you can play it with a mate. That sounds good.
It looks cool. It does look good.
Yeah. If it runs and isn't buggy as fuck, then we may report back on that next time round. But, either way, thanks for your input. Thanks everyone for any input they've given. Thanks to Gig Around for continuing to fly the flag for free games to the community as well. I think that's it, innit? We're done?
Yeah.
Anything more from you, buddy?
No.
He's all good? He's happy?
I'm all done. I'm nearly out of beer. I mean, I say I've got
perfect.
loads of it downstairs, but yeah.
Yeah, you literally create it like a baby. Like
straight from the teat.
Baby.
Yeah.
right out the teat.
Yeah.
Straight from the Japs. Lovely. Well, we'll probably be back next week, I'd imagine.
Don't see why not.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in the diary at the moment, so sounds good to me. And thanks so much for listening, buddies. Obviously, you can find us at all the usual places. And if you've got anything to say, then just fucking say it. Life's too short, innit? So get involved.
It's true.
And until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.